So when you set your goals, because goals and tasks go hand in hand. When you set your goals should be realistic. Like you should have a goal of, I want to make $1 million in my lifetime. That's realistic. But telling me you want to make $1 million in 72 hours, that's not realistic. Unless you robbing a bank. And that's not what we preach. See, we want to help those individuals who want to start an online business, whether it's selling digital products, courses, coaching, information. We want you to be able to gain the knowledge and be able to start a business, but you got to have realistic goals when you're starting your business, all right?
Welcome to the Social Mojo Podcast, the place where entrepreneurs and creatives come to discover the secrets behind building a powerful, engaging brand without spending a fortune. Let's meet the host, Mr. Anthony Porter, your guide on this journey to harness the power of organic social media. In each episode, we dive deep into the strategies that work, sharing insights, actionable tips, and success stories from experts and trailblazers who've done it all. From planning your content with precision, growing your audience authentically, to monetizing your passion effectively, we've got you covered. So, whether you're just starting out or looking to elevate your social media game, stay tuned. Because here, at the Social Mojo Podcast, we're all about making your brand unforgettable, organically.
You know, in today's fast-paced world, it often feels like there isn't enough hours in the day between juggling work, family, social commitments, and all your personal goals while trying to maintain some balance of sanity and trying to run a business. It just feels like that the world, you're being pulled. There's not enough of anything, right? So how many of y'all have ever felt like you're just overwhelmed by your to-do list, or wish you had more time to pursue your passions? How many of y'all feel that way? Guess what? You're not alone. You are definitely not alone. See, in today's world, this is the world we live in. There's a ton of this and a ton of that. But you're not alone, all right? So when you feel that way, how do you get to the point where you can just manage your time? That's the burning question. How do you manage your time? Inquiry minds want to know. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Social Mojo Podcast, where we dive deep into the strategies and mindsets that shift that empowerment you want to live in, you want to feel in your lifestyle. You want to be able to kick that 9 to 5 and build a lifestyle of your own, where you're free to do whatever you want. You want to have that financial freedom, that freedom to travel the world, the freedom to pay off your bills, the freedom to take care of your family. You want to take back everything that you feel like you deserve. So today we're going to tackle one of the burning subjects that is out there today. And this plays right good into what's going on. And that's managing and mastering your time. How do you master your time? See, this topic is very close to a lot of our hearts because it's all about time management. We're going to explore some practical tips because, see, I had to learn this the hard way. I was burnt out, broke down. And I was getting to the point where I was just ready to just walk away. You don't want to walk away. All right. So we're going to share some real life experiences. We're going to bust out some common myths about time management. We got to. I'm here to help you out. So with me being here to help you out, it's imperative that you help yourself out. Whether you're a chronic procrastinator or simply looking to optimize your schedule, this is that explosive, deep dive, early episode that is packed with all actionable insights to help you take control of your time and achieve all of your goals. So as usual, like we always do, grab you something to drink, your favorite beverage. Most drink yak, most drink water, some drink tea, some drink coffee. It doesn't matter. Grab you your favorite beverage. Settle into your favorite chair, whether you're on the couch, your recliner, you got your pen and a piece of pad. We're going to learn some secrets today of an effective time management situation. If you're ready to dive in, let's do it. So segment number 1 in today's podcast, we want to take and do something that we want everybody to do, and that's understand what time management really is. Or should I say understanding your time. See, before we can master our time, we need to understand how we currently are spending our time. It's easy to follow. into the trap of feeling busy without actually being productive. That's where time just makes it hard. That's where the time tracking comes in. This is where we need to start tracking our time. So think about it like this. Think of it as it's a financial budget of your time. All right. So again, I had to realize this. Balancing out my work life, my exercise, staying healthy life, coaching sports, and giving back. I had to figure that out. All right. So I had to, everything we're talking about, I had to go do. So I had to think of it like it was a financial budget. By meticulously tracking my activities from a week to 2 weeks, just to see, so I can gain the value or insight, so I can know exactly what I was doing, where my time was actually going. And if you do this, you might be surprised to discover how much time you spend on social media or just mindlessly scrolling and other non-essential tasks. So once you have a clear picture of your time usage, you can start identifying your biggest time wasters and distractions. See, that's the key. Once you have a clear picture, you understand exactly where your time is going and where your time has gone. These might be some external factors like constant notifications or interruptions. Or this could be the internal factors like procrastination or lack of focus. So understand it. When you are armed with self-awareness, you can start implementing strategies to block your time to help you out. This involves scheduling specific blocks of time for different activities by creating a visual representation of your day. You will be less likely to be sidetracked and more likely to stay. I hope that hits home with you. You'll be most likely not to get sidetracked and then most likely to stay on track. See, the thing of it is, and like I said, I had to learn this. Uh, I definitely had to. Once I got it, I started what I call the $1 billion routine. At first, I was just doing the $1 billion routine just to be doing the $1 billion routine, right? By doing this routine, I started to realize that if I'm waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get my mental work, and I go to work from 7:30 to 4, and I coach from 4:30 to 6. Where's my time? Now, the job that I do is not hard. So in between there, I work on my business sometimes. But so here's how this goes, and this is a quick story. This is how this goes. My job allows me to do the work and then be able to sit back and watch the gauges. So while I'm watching these gauges, in between times, usually the work that we need to have done is usually done by 10:30. We get off at 4. But I have to watch these gauges to make sure the pressure stays up, nothing fails or anything like that. So in between 10:30 and 3 o'clock, I have like a 4 hour window. What I found was instead of me being productive with my business while I'm at work, I was scrolling through social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, sharing reels and sharing shorts and sharing anything that was funny I was sharing, but I wasn't being very productive. And then when I got off and went to my other job, which was coaching, by the time I got finished with that, I still had to get to the gym. So the gym was from 6:30 to 7:30. So from 8 to 10, I had to do stuff with my company. And then I'm in the bed trying to go sleep. Body still roused up because I've been to the gym. So I had to track my time. And once I tracked my time, I started becoming more productive because I was able to allocate and map out how I was going to do so. I started journaling. I started tracking everything that I do. And to this day, I still do. I track everything that I do. And one of the things that I do, which leads us into segment number 2, is I prioritize and I goal set. So prioritizing and goal setting is very, very, very important. All right. So now that you have an understanding of your time and where it's going, it's time for you to prioritize your tasks and set meaningful goals, like realistic goals. See, not all tasks are created equal. but not. And it's essential to focus on activities that will be your biggest impact in your life. One helpful tool in prioritizing is the Eisenhower method. I categorize tasks into four quadrants based on urgency of importance. By focusing on tasks that are both important and urgent, you are ensured that you are making progress. You are ensured that you are making progress on your most critical goal. So when you set your goal, because goals and tasks go hand in hand. When you set your goals should be realistic. Like you should have a goal of, I want to make $1 million in my lifetime. That's realistic. But telling me you want to make $1 million in 72 hours, that's not realistic. Unless you work it. That's not what we preach. See, we want to help those individuals who want to start an online business, whether it's selling digital products, courses, coaching, information. We want you to be able to gain the knowledge and be able to start a business. But you got to have realistic goals when you're starting your business. All right? So speaking of goals, it is crucial to set SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bounded goals. By breaking them down in big goals into smaller ones, makes it more manageable. It makes the task, and you actually will go ahead and create a clear roadmap for success and avoid being overwhelmed. See, SMART goals are specific goals, specific to the left, to the T. And then they're very measurable, so giving yourself a time frame and some leeway, which makes them cheap and more relevant. And they're time bound. You're giving yourself in a lot. Okay, give yourself in a lot. So just to recap, using the 4-quadrant method, setting some realistic goals, some SMART goals, you're setting yourself up for a lifetime of success. You got to know how to manage your time, track your time. Because tracking your time and having all of these important metrics put in place, if you're not taking the action to make sure that everything is done right, then you're going to stay stagnated and you're never going to be successful in it. And that's just being realistic. So moving into segment number 3, we're going to talk about some productivity hacks. And as you sit back, you ponder what we're talking about with some productivity hacks. Let's talk about some productivity hacks that can help you maximize your time and get more done. Get more done. First and foremost, create a routine and stick to it. So with the $1 billion routine, I wake up every morning. I never touch the phone. I never check emails. I never check text messages. I never do none of that. Get up, I go to the restroom, wash my face, go drink me some water, supplement, get a good 10-minute workout in, get a good 10-minute meditation in, shower, fix me something to eat, get dressed, out the door to work, get working, get my routine done at work. See, everything has a routine, and I stick to that routine. It's almost being like a person I stick to the routine. So by establishing these consistent habits, it reduces decision fatigue, and it frees up your mental energy for more important tasks. So somebody probably sit back thinking, what is decision fatigue? It's where you're overthinking. It's where your brain is fried. It's where you're just drained and everything that comes near you pisses you off. So that's what decision fatigue is. Now, another helpful tip is to batch similar tasks together. For example, if you're creating content, create content in the same niche, the same sub niche. Rate it all at once. Or instead of checking your email throughout the day, designate a specific time or times for email management. Designate specific times for batch creation content. Designate a specific time to do calls with prospective potential customers. This will help you stay focused and avoid constant context switching. Finally, for segment number 3, explore tools and techniques that can help you improve your focus and concentration. This might include, some mindfulness practices, noise canceling headphones, or some productivity app that block distracting websites. See, all of this plays into your mental status. All of this plays into your being productive. If you're productive, then everything's fine. But if you're not productive, you won't be successful. So what is the one thing that causes, and if you answer this correctly, you will understand what segment number 4 is about. Segment number 4 is about overcoming procrastination. Procrastination is the enemy of productivity, period. We all struggle with it from time to time, day to day, day in, day out. But chronic procrastination can derail your goals and leave you feeling stressed and overwhelmed. Procrastination is the silent killer to a business, to a creator, to a coach. Procrastination is the silent killer. So understanding the root cause of procrastination is the first step to overcome it. Are you afraid of failure? That's a question you should ask yourself. Do you feel overwhelmed by the task in hand? It's another question that you have to write these down as a list of questions you should ask yourself. Because see, once you identify the triggers, you can start implementing strategies to combat the procrastination and increase your motivation. Remember, self-compassion is a key. Again, self-compassion is a key. Don't beat yourself up for procrastinating. Instead, focus on taking small steps and celebrating your progress along the way. That's important. Always celebrate your progress. So like for me, I started an Instagram channel and it's called I Am Anthony Porter. It's based off of the Amplified Digital Academy, but it's I Am Anthony Porter. Here's what a lot of people don't understand. I started this probably back in May, late May, early June, with that goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers. And then some people was saying you could do it in so many days, but you had to do this, you had to do. I was procrastinating. I was overwhelmed. I didn't want to do it. What I did was lead into what I'm going to talk about in segment number 5. But segment number 5 was maintaining a work-life balance. A lot of times I'm scrolling, but I'm not being productive. So I had to figure that out. So creating content was one of the things that I needed to do, and I would. Once I started creating content, once I started following the tips and strategies that was laid out by some of the most knowledgeable business owners that are online, I took off. So mine started in latter May. I started right before Memorial. I think by 3 weeks in, I was at 89 pounds. I'm like, all right. Turn around the end of June, right after Father's Day, I decided to go ahead and start following some of these strategies. By July, I was at 200 followers. And mind you, in June, by July 15th, I was at 200 followers. Remember, at the end of June, I was right after Father's Day, so this was a month past. I was only at 89. Fast forward, probably at the time of this recording, I'm at 500. We're going into September. This is the second week in September. Okay, so probably heading into the third week. I'm at 500. So I'm really stoked about being able to be at 500. So I reached the milestone. We're going to celebrate. And now I have another milestone that I want to get to. So I got to amp up. So I got to figure out what I did to help me get to this point. I know what I did. It's just a matter of going back and doing exactly the same process that I did to get to this certain punch that I'm at. So what I had to do was, one of the things I had to do was starting to say, 5 was maintaining work-life balance. Effective time management isn't just about getting more done. It's about creating a life that feels fulfilling and balanced. See, setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care are essential to maintaining your work-life balance. Learn to say no. That's key. Learn to say to mostly anything that you feel like that don't align with your priorities. Make time for activities to recharge your battery. So one of the things I like to do on the weekends is I like to just go sit in the chair. There'd be a lot of people in stores. My barber takes care of the hair. See, I probably need to go see him. I see him Tuesday. Sometimes you got to go get a massage. Sometimes you got to go get your feet done. Sometimes, like the women, that we complain about it, but I'm understanding that sometimes this has to be done. You have to recharge your batteries. You have to be able to feel good about yourself. I know you say, well, what does that got to do with maintaining your business? Well, listen, if you're constantly working on your business and you're not maintaining a balanced work life and you're not feeling good and you're not charging your batteries, recharging, guess what? You're not going to be successful because you're going to burn out. You're going to be tired. You're going to be mentally drained. You're going to be to the point where you just don't want to do shit. So remember, you are not a machine. You're not. You need time to rest. You need time to relax and connect with your loved ones. Spend time with your family. Spend time with your family. Yeah. Very important that you spend time with the ones that you love. Wife, kids, grandkids, sisters, brothers. Spend time. By creating a healthy work-life balance, excuse me, my allergies is killing me. By creating a healthy work-life balance, you'll be more productive. You'll be more engaged. And you will feel more fulfilled in the areas of your life. So that's what you have to do. You can't just sit back and say, go, 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 go. That doesn't work. You have to be able to fulfill a whole lot in order to be successful. So as we wrap up today's episode, remember, time management is an ongoing journey. Every single day, you should be able to be doing a routine that helps you stay focused, that helps you have a clear mind, gives you some clarity. You don't want distractions, but this thing takes practice and patience and the willingness to experiment with different strategies to find what works best for you. What I tell you might not work best for you, but what somebody else tells you might work good at a certain point. So let's just say you have something like you journal, but you don't keep a schedule of your, so you don't track your time. Journaling might be your best bet. Journaling might be your best bet. For real. So start by implementing one or two of the tips we've discussed. Or if you have some other tips that you have right in front of you, implement them, change them up, combine them, split them, whatever you're going to do. See how it impacts your productivity and overall well-being. See how it is. Don't be afraid to adjust your plan as needed and celebrate the success along the way. Now, I love to hear from you. Share your experiences with time management and let us know which strategies have been most helpful for you. Connect with us on social media and join the conversation. So connect with us. I am on Instagram at I am Anthony Porter. Find me on LinkedIn. I am Anthony Porter. You can find the Social Mojo Podcast, Social Mojo PC, Facebook. Join it. Let's talk. Let's talk. If you have a question, you can email me at socialmojopodcast@gmail.com. Let's communicate. Let's talk about it. Let's see if I can help you help yourself. Okay? Man, thank you for tuning in to the Social Mojo Podcast. Until next time, remember, you have the power to create a life that feels balanced, fulfilling, and aligned with your values. Until next time, see you.
And that wraps up another episode of the Social Mojo Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending your time with us today. We hope you found our conversation insightful and engaging. Don't forget to subscribe to the Social Mojo Podcast on your favorite platform, and be sure to download the episodes so you never miss out on our latest content. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us continue bringing you great discussions every week. A special thank you to our incredible executive producers, Sincere and Charlie Straughter, Rhea Cash, and Theory Porter. Your vision and dedication make this podcast possible. Remember, the Social Mojo Podcast is a proud part of the Amplify Pod Academy, where we strive to amplify voices and share stories that matter. Until next time, stay connected and keep the mojo flowing. Bye.